Hello, Better Call Saul fans. Chris Weinschenker back here with another little short for 5 things I predict we will see when the Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul timelines merge. Now, if you haven't seen my recent production, about a 20-minute long video where I play Columbo. If you don't know who Columbo is, Mike has a message for you. I think I know with about 99% accuracy what's going to happen to Kim. Now, for this list, I'm just going to have 5 things I think we'll see happen once the timelines merge. I think that's going to be around episode 4 of the 6 left. They might, and they might change it up, and you know, they've been foreshadowing the novel The Time Machine, so we could see some big time jumps. We might not see things in order. That's a possibility, but here we go. 5 predictions for what we will see when the timelines merge. Number 1. I think we'll see a scene where the film crew is there making the original Saul Goodman commercials that we saw back in Breaking Bad. You know, with the Constitution behind him and all that. Sorry there. And I think we'll probably see Jimmy show it to Kim and she'll get her first impressions, and it'll be kind of a lighthearted scene. You know, we know the film crew's has been there for the Howard thing, and they might get involved in all that with Howard, but they'll probably still be around, do his commercial. That'll be a nice scene I think we'll see. Number 2. I think we will see a scene where Walter White initially hooks up with Gus. Of course, we know from Breaking Bad, it was through Saul that Walter got hooked up with Gus. You know, Saul said, I know a guy that knows a guy. That guy's probably Mike that knows a guy, Gus. So we'll see how all that developed from the other side. Number 3. I think we'll see a scene where we find out why it was Mike was the one that cleaned up after Jane OD'd. You know, that was the first scene where Mike was introduced, and if you recall, Jesse called Walt, and Walt said, well, I'll call someone, and we were sort of expecting Saul to be there to take care of everything, and that was the first appearance of Mike. So we'll probably find out why it was that Mike went over there. Why Saul called him. It might even be that maybe Saul was doing something else and Kim got the message and called Mike, since we know Kim knows Mike now. So that should be an interesting scene. I think we'll see that. Number 4. The Wayfair 515 lawsuit. Now, of course, we know that Jimmy had a lawsuit against that plane that exploded back in season 2 of Breaking Bad, all through the rest of the Breaking Bad series. He wore that little pin on his lapel. And of course, if you've been watching, you know I think I'm 99% confident that Kim's going to be on that plane. It could be her mother, you know, with Carol Burnett. I think Carol Burnett's going to be his mother, but we're going to see how all that plays out. We'll probably have scenes with Jimmy talking to Carol Burnett, you know, getting the lawsuit all set up. I think that's coming. And we'll see how it all interacts as Jimmy has to still has to deal with his 2 anal polyps, Jesse and Walt. Number 5. I think we will see a scene where we see Yul actually lift the ricin cigarette from Jesse. Of course, this is what got Jesse thinking that he poisoned Brock. And I think we now, if Kim does die and in that plane crash, we know that Saul will probably blame him somewhat for Kim's death, and even if it's just Kim's mother, he'll have some blame for Jesse. So now we have a reason why he'd help Walt with his plan. Sorry. And like I say, we'll have Yule picking the cigarette out of his pack. We'll see the behind the scenes on all that. So there you have it, Better Call Saul fans. 5 predictions for when the timeline with Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad merges. Like I say, they might not be in any particular order. I put them chronologically of how they'd have to work. I'm sure there's probably things these writers will come up with that'll just make you go, oh man, that I've missed. But I think these 5 are probably gonna come out. As far as when the episodes start actually airing on AMC, I'll be here doing reviews of them. I think for the one coming up, at least I'll be here as Columbo. Again, if you don't know who he is, well, but yeah, I'm interested to see. There's been some spoilers out there as far as the episode goes because they previewed it at the Tribeca Film Festival. And I did hear some of these supposed spoilers. I don't really call them spoilers. They're just rumors. You don't know if the people were there or not. The only person I know that was there was Courtney at Courtney's Reviews. And she's not even confirming or denying if the spoilers are wrong. So, but I have heard them, and I think Columbo will be a good guy to talk about that when they get here. I'm excited to see the episode, and I'll see you then.